Now, before we begin, I wanted to take a few moments to share with you some of my most recent self-reflections on what has led me here. Now, from an early age, I was surrounded by an immense amount of love, culture, and creativity. Growing up in the suburbs of Los Angeles made this pretty easy due to the melting pot that it was. It often felt like there was no concept of minority or majority just because of the different and vibrant backgrounds and family cultures that I was surrounded by. Being immersed in that, plus the rich culture of the 80s and 90s, having a wonderful family that nurtured my creativity, kind of shaped who I am today. Their support continued all the way up until I joined the Air Force in 2003, and it wasn't until I retired last year until I really started to reflect on how these experiences influence me today. That's why I find it so important to begin this journey with Voodoo Magazine right here. This is going to be a culmination of my past, a tribute to the creative environment that raised me, and a new chapter where I can give back and hopefully inspire so many others. The greatest thing is I've been recording a lot of this stuff in my nice new book here. Now, where am I trying to begin? Yes, here. Iconic. Now that's a word that gets thrown around a lot. Let me show you iconic. I thought this was a party! Let's dance! Being a storyteller is not just a new career for me. It is a passion I didn't know I had until I discovered photography about 6 or 7 years ago. We all tell stories differently, and many of us are always seeking fun and interesting ways to expand our storytelling efforts. My main niche has evolved into a sort of creative and editorial photography and, of course, videography, focusing more on timeless beauty throughout the years. But I've also never been one to really shy away from something, especially if we can tell a really cool story. Last fall, I had the idea to start a magazine. And initially, it felt like a cheap ploy to just sell my art and get other creators involved. But since then, I've been curating so much more, and I honestly believe we have an opportunity to provide some real culture. I'm talking unfiltered and raw stories of models and artists and creators of all kinds, with the main focus being on the artists who create the art we seek. Beyond that though, Voodoo Magazine is more than just a publication. It represents an opportunity to give back, provide volunteer efforts, and hopefully someday soon provide some internship and job opportunities. But it has to start somewhere. Introducing Voodoo Magazine's first campaign, Retro Rhapsody. So as you browse the site, you'll see our mission is clear, which is to celebrate and revive the iconic beauty and cultural trends of the 80s and 90s through creative and editorial photography. By fostering collaborations with talented artists, brands, and enthusiasts, we aim to blend nostalgia and modern innovation, inspiring a new generation while giving back to the community through charitable initiatives. And as you continue to scroll, you'll get a more thorough idea of how we aim to achieve our mission. We're tapping into the retro pop culture in a collaborative effort to tell our stories and find a way to help our community or give back to those in need. Towards the bottom, you'll find a link to the concept gallery where I've tailored specific mood boards and included YouTube links to music videos that visually capture the aesthetic we're aiming for. Once you find a concept that speaks to you, click to apply for it. Whether you're a model, photographer, videographer, collector, or any kind of creator, you can apply to work with us on this campaign, which often begs the question, will I be paid for this? Now, time is money no matter how much we wrestle with this topic. While I'm procuring the funds out of every hard-earned effort for those around me, my goal is to pay collaborators whenever possible. The word collaboration has been twisted as kind of like doing stuff for free over the years. But true collaboration means working collectively, especially when it comes to meeting a common goal or producing a product. So I take collaboration pretty seriously. But the truth is, I want to collaborate and bring a real product that brings beauty to the world. Whether it is colorful or black and white, it does not matter. I want to tell the stories. Your story. And I want to ensure that we all have the means to continue to do so. At the core of Voodoo Magazine are the values of integrity, diligence, and never forgetting about the rest of the humans in the world. This will move as long as I allow it, but it could move so much faster and so much better with you joining me. We can go back to the future and tell a timeless story from a different perspective, throw on our brightest swimsuits and leather jackets, or just relive those musical sounds and inspirations from our past that just puts that nostalgic feeling in our soul. Either way, welcome to Retro Rhapsody, and I am so excited to get to work with you guys. Introducing... God bless, dude, you've got to be kidding me. That was crazy. Let's turn that off. Anyways.